Boom. What's up, everybody? It is Halloween weekend. Hope none of y'all plan on throwing eggs this weekend. It's kind of childish. Plus, most of y'all been wearing costumes anyway all year, like the big boots. Let me stop. We got a dope show today. Shout out to Rashad and Troy from Earn Your Leisure. You know they about their dollars. They gonna let us know how the weather's looking in London. Let's get into the drip report. What's up, everybody? It is your Weavahman Jim. If you in New York City, you know I got you covered like a white sheet over a ghost. Ha! It's getting spooky outside. It is Halloween. Let's get into some drip. At the bottom, I bring out the Budden today. It is that season. Uptown, we call them from Strucks. Got a good pair of purple jeans on. Now, you know I like to invest in black on black design the same way I used to invest in my time in black on black crime. This is Myrtle Bravado. It's called Who Decides War. And you can go to some of your high-end department stores and cop you some of this drip. It's costly, you heard? No cheap thoughts. You looking for a good hat, go to ODD. You looking for some good glasses, go to me, Vamp Life. You heard the VL shades, go to Vintage Frames and you can get you a pair. You know I keep that water on. I got that Mazda busting. Oh, this is the door knocker, hold on. I'm so childish. Let's get into some weather. Right now the weather is looking pretty dope, but don't be fooled, it is gonna get pretty cool. We're starting at the 50s, dropping down to the 40s. Ladies and gentlemen, the weather is changing. On Saturday, about the same, but it will be a little bit more windy. So baby girl, if you got that lace front on, make sure it's glued down tight because we don't want that wig to fly over there. We're gonna be in the 50s, it's gonna be dropping down to the 40s, but keep that drip on, you heard? Looking fly outside. On Sunday, things change up a little bit. 50-50. 50% chance of rain. The weather will be in the 50s, so you know you might want to bring an umbrella or a hoodie. It's trick-or-treat season. Perfect weekend for trick-or-treating. Enjoy yourself, don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Now let's see what's going on in other areas, climates, and terrains. Pow. What's up, everybody? It is your Weatherman Jim back with your national forecast to let you know how that weather is dripping around the rest of the country. Today, we're gonna start in Boston. Boston look pretty fair for this time of year. The weather is clear. Get you a fresh pair of Nike. You like that, right? They will be in the 50s, dropping down to the 30s. The weather is changing, ladies and gentlemen. Keep you a good jacket, but keep the drip dripping. We're gonna keep it East Coast, drop down to Florida. If you're looking to go to the FAMU game in Tallahassee, guess what? The weather is dope all weekend. Yo, we'll be in the 80s, dropping down to the 60s. On Sunday, maybe a little bit of rain, but what's a good football game without a little bit of that wop, that wet ass precipitation? As we go over to the west and see what Houston is doing on Saturday. The weather looks pretty dope. They will be in the 60s, dropping down to the 50s. You know I love Houston. Shout out to all my Houston partners out there. We're gonna go over to Vegas. You know the weather in Vegas is very toxic. They'll be in the 70s, the high 70s, dropping down to the 50s. So think summer in the daytime, fall at night. Overall, don't bet it all at the crap table. We're gonna go over to Oakland. You know anything about Oakland, the weather is pretty trippy out there right now. We call this leather weather. They will be in the 50s and 60s all weekend. Shout out to all my East Oakland partners. Filthy Rich, what's up? Now let's go to see what's going on with my boys. Rashad and Troy from Earn Your Leisure. They said they out in London. It's a bloody mess. Let me know how that bloody weather is doing out there. What's up, my guys? How y'all feeling?
What's good, bro? What's going on?
What's the deal?
Before we even get started, first of all, are y'all dripping responsibly? Let me see, run it down. Let me see how that drip is dripping.
You know, I guess we start with the frames. Very necessary, limited edition. You know, I don't wear glasses, but I do make a spectacle every time I go outside, so it's only right. Jean shirt, did the blue denim with the black. And can we show the sneakers?
We gotta get there. Let's get there. Where we at with it?
Rest in peace to Virgil.
Oh my God.
And don't forget the Sky Dweller black. Since we did the black on the Sky Dweller, call this the Iron Sheik bracelet. You know, just keeping it light. You know.
Yeah.
Nice day cross pond.
While we there, I know we from New York, right? And we usually do cinnamon Tims, but since we across the pond, we in London, all right, we had to do the cinnamon Chelsea's. I want y'all to get a look, all right? Cinnamon Chelsea's, everything respectful. And then we went Scotch and soda, all right? We went European, the whole look.
Nah, fire. You've been looking like a model out here lately.
That's the legacy chain right there, right? Why put anything else but your legacy? So I got my wife and my kids. Obviously, we matching the Squad Deli on the wrist. Pay attention to that. And a little Tiffany's bracelet, you know, a little something simple we like to do, splash water.
You know I have to ask y'all, what are y'all doing in London? Because anytime I see y'all, I know y'all after a bag. So let me know if the bags is in London or do I need to get there?
We are out here for a show. We did Invest Fest in Atlanta, which is the biggest financial literacy business festival ever created in the world. So we took the show on the road, and we're going to be at Royal Albert Hall, which is the most prestigious venue in the UK, on Monday. So we're on the road performing like performers. So get your tickets if you haven't, if you're in the UK.
Speaking of London, how is the bloody weather? You like that? Is the bloody weather, bruv, how is the bloody weather out there?
The weather's a little gloomy out here right now. It's Friday night.
It's Friday night, so it's like 50 degrees, a little rainy. Tomorrow, Saturday, it's going to be a high of 60 and a low of 50. So, you know, we're going to drip responsibly regardless.
Nah, y'all doing too much, man. Every time I see y'all, it makes me smile because we need more people like y'all. You're young, you're lit, and very smart. So, before we go, you knew you got to leave us with a little money tip. We're going to call it a little money drip. What's the money drip for this weekend? Please put me on the game.
Money tip for the weekend is invest in your education. This is extremely important. And not just talking about college, we're talking about, you know, whether it's conventions, whether it's mentorships, whether it's books, whether it's courses, whether it's, you know, watching YouTube video, listening to podcasts. It's extremely important to invest in your education. That's something that we preach and something that we practice every single day.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a bonus, Jim, right? Make sure that you fight for ownership. You can't sell what you don't own. So make sure that you own, make sure you trademark. It gives you so much leverage. If we haven't learned anything over the past couple of weeks, ownership.
You already know y'all be safe in London. Make it back in one piece. I'll see you when you get back. Thanks for checking in on the Drip 4. And make sure you drip responsibly. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Jones back with your weekend drip to let you know what's dripping in our culture. Now, ain't nothing like getting money with your brothers. Trust me, I know this for a fact. So LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Jay-Z, and a whole bunch of other high-profile names, too many to mention right now, are now the group owners of the newly acquired Mitchell & Ness. They own 25%. The other 75% is still owned by Fanatics, who is owned by Michael Rubin. I look forward to the drip. I need me a good throwback and a nice fitted jack up. Congrats to them. Keep pushing the line. All right, next up we have protesting. I know a lot of people feel like protesting is overrated and not too much comes about it. Well, in 2020, many companies have promised to be more inclusive and create more opportunities for our black and brown people. Gap is one of those companies. Since then, the Gap has teamed up with Harlem Fashion Row to create Closing the Gap. And in a second annual Closing the Gap initiative, Gap has funded $500,000 over 9 HBCUs. That's power. Keep using your voice, keep using your platform. I tip my hat to you. Now, last but not least, we got a lot of music coming out this weekend, and all I want to say is Ree is back. I know you've been thirsty for Ree talking about where the album at. Well, guess what? She's on the Wakanda Forever soundtrack, and she's busting. I know we all been waiting for her music. Well, here's a little taste. We also anticipating her Super Bowl performance. Baby girl, we don't need no nip slip. Your mother now don't do nothing too edgy out there. Wink, wink. Next up, we have 21 Savage and Drake. They had a project called Her Loss supposed to drop. Oh, yes, it is Her Loss. Hello. Pardon me, I was getting beside myself. But they had to push this project back. It's coming out November 4th. If you do pick up this project or stream it or beam it, just don't smoke it. Put it in the comments. Let me know how you like the music. Now we come to that time of the day again where you got to get your drip right so you don't slip right. You got to stay high. You got to stay fly. You got to stay dry. You already know the rules. It's the same black time, the same black channel, which is REVOLT. Anything less is uncivilized. But I thought you know that. Pow.